Jay Shelton and her 6-year-old son are among the 300,000 families that received hotspot-enabled remote learning devices from the City Department of Education ahead of schools reopening.
Sometimes the Wi-Fi connection is poor based on other carriers, clashing.
She worries her son could fall behind in first grade if his internet can't keep up on the days he learns from home.
It freezes. What do? Sometimes you can't always reach out for help.
A new study from the nonprofit Common Sense Media found 27% of students and 9% of teachers in New York State do not have adequate internet access at home.
If you live in public housing, for example, the thick concrete walls in a lot of older public housing can block signals from coming through.
Policy advisor Danny Weiss says this digital divide exacerbates the learning gap between the haves and the have-nots.
It's another way that we're seeing where the coronavirus is highlighting racial and economic disparities.
And that's before we even get to the health concerns. Teacher Doug Condon worries about how susceptible educators are to getting sick normally.
In the fall, every teacher I know gets sick because once you get all the kids back in the building, you pick up colds, you pick up the flu. It's just every fall, everyone knows you're going to get sick. But now it's getting sick with something which there's no cure for.
The city says 4 million face masks and more than 3 million bottles of hand sanitizer will be provided to schools. But when asked how remote learning will work or who will be teaching remotely, the mayor and school's chancellor had little to offer.
It's a work in progress. Some of this will be determined in the actual doing of it, like so much of the rest of life.
We are in the throes of all of those detailed planning processes right now.
Families can still request remote learning devices from the DOE. The chancellor says ideally students will learn remotely from teachers in their own school, but that's not guaranteed. From the South Bronx, Bauman, CBS 2 News.